one is cash flow is king. I mean, this is pretty obvious stuff, right? I mean, we all know as business owners that we have to manage cash flows, but what we've noticed is that too many business owners understand this theoretically, but not practically, and then many businesses fail to consistently plan for cash flows, and I know I'm at fault for this as well. And then many businesses fail to have a savings plan. This was an insight that Hugh shared with me that was really insightful, and I've actually started implementing in my company many months ago, and it's just amazing the power of that one particular bullet point. So maybe, Hugh, you could talk a little bit about that, and I'll jump back into the theoretical and stuff in a minute. Did I lose you, Hugh?
Okay, so one of the things that, no, I'm here.
Okay.
So the idea is that to source confidence in your business, you first need to have a good ritual about how to protect your confidence as a business owner. And the way you do that is by knowing where you are and consistently knowing where you are. So if you know that you've created a plan to achieve something, you know that you have an objective that takes you into the future, you know that you understand where your money's coming from, you understand where your investors are, you understand the expectations, you understand your expenses, and you know where you're going. You have projections for how you're going to spend this money and how you're going to pay for your liabilities from business growth. It gives you an incredible sense of confidence. And the other thing that can give you a sense of confidence is cash. Now, one of the things that we do notoriously as business owners is if the business has money, we will try to find a way to spend it, whether it's on taking it for ourselves or taking it and spending on things in the business that we must absolutely have. You know, in my own personal...
Hold on, Hugh. Now, is anybody here at fault of that? I mean, I'm going to put a yes into my box right now, and I'm just going to submit that. Anybody else want to give us a yes, or is there anybody that's actually a no?
So you know, when it comes to necessary, because you know, a lot of us will not spend on ourselves, but if our business needs it, we can't say no. And that's not necessarily the way you want to think about this. So simply, if you can begin treating if you get 1 point from this whole methodology, if you can create your savings as an expense item, where you actually treat it as if you're paying rent to yourself, and you save, whether it's $50, $500, $5,000 a month, a week, every 6 weeks, whatever the ritual is that can be sustained and consistently tracked, you'll in very short order create a war chest, as long as that war chest has rules about exactly what types of things can be allowed to have you break into that piggy bank. For me, in the business that I just finished running and that I sold, I had an immense amount of confidence, because even when we were not profitable and we were still just scraping by, I had an allocation for savings, so that when I had emergencies, when I had to make purchases, when I had to be able to just know that I could make a price decision and it wasn't going to affect my ability to make payroll, I had an immense sense of confidence. And this is something that you can easily implement into your business. I know it's gonna hurt, but if you think about it, if you lived on just $10,000 less a year in your business, and you simply redirected that towards a business savings account, that would give you $10,000 of buying power, provided that you had really great rules to defend that money from yourself. Because you better believe that you are probably the most dangerous person in that system. And one of the things we teach people how to do is to create cash management programs in their own businesses that protect the money from themselves. That protects the money from themselves. There you go.
Really powerful stuff. So we won't belabor the point on cash flow. I do know, like, one of my recent clients, he manages some of the most wealthy people in the world, and he's a CPA and a wealth manager. And he told me, he's like, Nate, you know, the most important thing that I've ever known and learned in business is cash flow management. He's like, I review my cash flows every week, and I know, and this has saved me so much money. He says, just by managing that on a weekly basis, I've foregone so many potentially devastating issues that could have come up in the future because I wasn't managing cash flow right. And just by managing it, knowing where it's at, and being willing to say, no, not yet, he said by itself was one of the most important things he's been able to learn as a business owner. Now he runs 3 multi-million-dollar businesses and interchanges and does a lot of business in China as well. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Nate, can we just add one point here as to exactly how to do that?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so simply if you are tracking your business metrics in a program like QuickBooks, to get started in just learning how to read the reports that matter to your business, we focus on 3 reports. If you can provide yourself with a standard profit and loss statement that spans a period of time that you can begin to look at and understand, you pull a cash flow statement, and you pull a balance sheet. Those are the main 3 reports that you can begin to look at to start understanding your business financials and how your cash is flowing through your business. That's it.
That's simple. Okay, great.
Yep.